Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, so far, Alhamdulillah, we have completed our chapter number 2, and now we are going to start our chapter number 3. In this chapter, we will study a very important rule of electronics, that is Ohm's law. This law describes uh, relation between current, voltage, and resistance. Inshallah, in this chapter, we will study first Ohm law, then we will study how to calculate current when voltage and resistance are given, how to calculate resistance when voltage and current are given, and how to how to calculate voltage when current and resistance are given, and their interrelationship. And after this completing this chapter, we will able to find describe relation between current, voltage, and resistance. Let's start. I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can have a good look of slides. So, hope you can see the slides. This chapter is about uh, relationship between current, voltage, and resistance, and uh, we will study calculating current, calculating voltage, calculating resistance, and we will study circuit application as well. So we have so far we have definition. We have a good concept of voltage, current, and resistance. As you know, voltage is the amount of energy per unit charge, or amount of energy per charge available to move electron from one point to another in a circuit. And current is rate of flow of charges, and resistance is opposition to current and is measured in ohm. As we already discussed that whenever the energy is given to charges, they always move from higher energy point to lower energy point, and their rate, if their rate is calculated, we can calculate their current intensity. By the way, current is rate of flow of charges. We have one observation point, and current is electron after getting energy passing through that point of observation. We count the number of electron at particular time, so that is current. It doesn't mean that speed of electron will change. The amount of electron that will change with uh, uh, that change that define the current. So this amount of electron that changes, it depends upon the resistance. If the resistance is less, the amount of current will be more, and if the resistance is uh, uh, la- getting large, the current is reducing. So start now. The basic idea that gave the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance was first defined by George Simon Ohm, and he states the current is directly proportional to the voltage and inversely proportional to the resistance. And its formula is I is equal to V over R. We can take a simple understanding. We can develop our simple understanding on paper, like I'm sharing with your another camera. So I'm pinning the other screen so that you can see the concept. Okay. This one, I think. Yes. Yes. Here we can see that what I said, the current is directly proportional to current is directly proportional to voltage. Whenever voltage is increased, current will increase. Whenever the voltage is decreased, current will decrease. Direct relation shows the if one quantity is increased, if cause increase, if its effect will also increase. As we have already studied that voltage is cause and current is its effect. The complete definition, the complete statement of Ohm's law is that current is directly proportional to voltage, or current flowing between 2 points is directly proportional to potential difference between 2 points, given that physical properties of that material remains same. We have discussed in our chapter number 2 that physical properties of a material define its resistance. How can I claim that? We studied that resistance of a material is directly proportional to its length. Resistance of a material is inversely proportional to its cross-sectional area, and resistance is equal to rho L over A. This rho is basically resistivity, and resistivity we have discussed about the resistivity that its specific resistance at particular temperature. If it is so, we can see length, area, and this stuff that depends upon temperature. These are defining physical properties of a material. And Ohm's law is saying that current is directly proportional to potential difference given that its physical properties remain same. It means if resistance remains unchanged, current will increase when voltage across that resistance will increase, and current will decrease when voltage across that resistance will decrease. So we can change this sign of proportionality into sign of equality. V is equal to IR, where I is current in ampere, R is resistance in ohms, and V is voltage in volts. So for a constant value of R, what we can say that if the value of V is increased, the value of I increases. If the V is decreased, I decreases. If V is constant and R is increased, I decreases. Similarly, if V is constant, R is decreased, I increases. Once again, if V is increased, this is constant. V is increased and I will increase. ठीक है? And if voltage is decreased, I will decrease, given that R is constant. And on the other side, if V is constant, V is constant, then R is decreased, I will increase. Similarly, if V is constant, then if R is increased, I will decrease. Hope you understand. So above equation, from above equation, I can calculate I and R as well by simple mathematical reasoning. As V is equal to IR, it can be rewritten as I is equal to V over R. So if we have voltage and resistance, we can find current. And if we have similarly R is equal to V over I. If we have voltage and current, we can find value of resistance. Hope you understand that. So I can write this equation as equation uh, 1, equation equation 2 and equation 3. With equation 2, we can voltage. If we know the values of current and resistance, with equation 3, we can calculate resistance. If we know the value of voltage and current. And the three expressions in equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3 all are equivalent. There is no difference. So don't get confused. They are simply three ways of using Ohm's law. Hope you understand that. Equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. All three are depicting Ohm's law. Now it's time to study that either this relationship between current and voltage is linear or not linear. As we are encountering with resistive circuits, current and voltages are linearly proportional. It doesn't happen that one thing is increasing on linear scale and other one is increasing on exponential scale. No, linear scale. Linear means that if one of the quantities is increased or decreased by a certain percentage, the other will increase or decrease by the same percentage, assuming that resistance is constant in value. This doesn't mean that uh, the value will be exactly same. I have to make a simple example here. Like this is a simple circuit where I want to apply Ohm's law. This R is of 20 ohm and this is 10 volt. And this 10 volt can be changed for, you have seen this resistance, and if V is equal to 10 volt, then I is equal to V over R. What is the value of V? It is 10. R, value of R is 20 ohm. 10 volt over 20 ohm, it will be 0.5. So we can draw a table as well. V I R. V is 10 volt and R is constant. R is constant. It is 20 ohm. V and I. We are basically drawing a table between V and I. If V is 10 for 20 ohm, I is 0.5. Now, what about if V is 20? If V is 20, so 20 over 20, it will be 1. 0.5 ampere, 1 ampere, 4. 25, or we can easily make calculation easy. 30 volt, we have to divide 30 by 20. So 3 by 2, how much it will be? I think it's 1.5. 1.5 ampere. So hope you are getting the point. Okay, so if we increase further in our voltage for 40 volt, it will be 40 over 20, 2 ampere. And for the last value I have, if I made it 50 and resistance is 20, it will be 2.5 ampere. You can say that, you can see the voltage is increasing in a step of 10 volt and current is increasing in a step of 0.5 ampere. So if I draw a relation between voltage and current, as voltage is independent quantity here, so I can write different values: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. For 10 ampere current was 0.5 ampere. For 10 volt current was 0.5 ampere. For 20 volt current was 1 ampere. For 30 volt current was 1.5 ampere. For 40 volt current was 2 ampere, and 50 it was. So if I draw cross section between like this, and so we can see clearly that there is a linear relationship between current and voltage. Here is an example that if we apply 10 volt, what will be the current? Now it's a time to, for example, that just we have done one example before, one more example here. If current is if voltage applied is 10 volt and resistance is 4.7 kilo ohm, how much current would be? Current will be I is equal to V over R 10 over 4.7 K, and 10 divided by 4.7 it is 2.13, and K becomes milli. So unit of current is ampere. I is equal to 2.13 milliampere. What about if voltage becomes 3 times of its present value? Let us say if V becomes 30 and R becomes 4.7. So as our previous observation, current will also 3 times of current value. Here R 30 over 4.7, it will be equal to 6.38 milliampere like before. So if we increase the voltage, the current will be increased with the same percentage. If voltage is 3 times, current is also 3 times of the original value. And it's a question for you, if the voltage is quadrupled here, means voltage here was 10 volt and I make it quadruple, then what will be the value of current? So you have to answer in interactive session. Let's take a constant value of resistance, for example 10 ohm, and calculate the current for several value of voltage as I have done 10 to 100 volt in circuit. The current value obtained, and I draw a graph of I values versus V values. So it is a straight line path. This graph tells us the change in voltage result in a linear proportional change in current, no matter what value of R. Assuming that R is constant, the graph of I versus V will always be straight line. So here we have straight line. Let me check if we have. Okay, so it's showing straight line. So here voltage is a 02468 volt and current in milliampere is 0, 4, 8, 12, 14 and 16. So hopefully you understand. Now here we have to encounter an example. Assume you are measuring current in a circuit that is operating with 25 volt. So again one more example, because example makes our concept clear. So come to the camera. We are operating with 25 volt. Okay, applied voltage 25 volt. The current ammeter reads 50 milliampere. We have value observed value of current, that is 50 milliampere. And after some time, I assume I measured, notice that current has dropped to 40 milliampere. We assume that resistance did not change. What happens then? The something happens that cause the current to reduce. We have already discussed that current is directly proportional to the voltage. If voltage increases, current increases. If voltage reduce, current also reduce. So we can have simple calculation that for 25 volt current is 50 milliampere. There are different approaches to solve it. One approach is 50 milliampere, 40 milliampere is how much of 50 milliampere. That is another approach. One I use calculate R. R is 25 divided by 50 milli. If it is so, it is 0.5 K. And what is the unit of R? Ohm. 0.5 kilo ohm. So 0.5 kilo ohm means 500 ohm. And if we value of R and it is assumed that R is fixed, then for new current, what will be the value of voltage? V is equal to IR. We have value of current that is 40 milliampere into 500. We can make it easy as well, as current is in milli and we can use zero point 0.5 here for 0.5 K times M will be uh, cut each other, and 40 times zero point 0.5 it is 20 volt. So we can clearly see due to 25 volt current was 50 milliampere, and due to 40 volt current due to 20 volt current remains 40 milliampere. I repeat, due to 25 milliampere current was 50 milliampere, and due to 40 milliampere due to 20 volt current becomes 40 milliampere. So if current drops to 0 milliampere under the same condition, what is the voltage? It is question. You saw clearly that current reduced with reduction in voltage, and if current reduced to 0, what is your what will you think? So no worries, V is equal to I times R. Whatever the value of resistance is, it doesn't matter. If current drops to 0, anything multiplied by 0 is 0. V is equal to 0 volt. Hope you got the idea. So next thing, inverse relationship between current and resistance. As we have seen, current varies inversely with resistance as expressed by Ohm's law, as we can see in slide. As resistance is increasing, current is decreasing. Here you can see. When the resistance is reduced, the current goes up, as in the left side. When the resistance is increased, current goes down, as in the right side of the figure graph. For example, if the source voltage is held constant and the resistance is halved, what do you think? If the source voltage is constant and resistance is half, the current will be doubled. And when the resistance will be doubled, the current will be reduced to half. Let's have an example because example will make us clear. One thing we have seen very clearly, the current is inversely proportional to resistance. If, and I told you earlier, if the resistance is doubled, current will be half. And if the uh, resistance will be halved, the current will be doubled. What about if we have 10 volt, V is equal to 10 volt, and resistance is varying from 100 ohm to 10 ohm to 100 ohm. What will be the graph of current? Let's have a look on the example. So if resistance is 10 ohm and volt is 10 volt, we can make a table here as well, a small table for different values. So for V, R and I, because voltage is constant, if R is 10, then I will be I is equal to V over R. Then what will happen? 10 over 10, 1. If resistance become double, it will become 20. 10 over 20, 0.5. Similarly, for 30, it will become 0.33. For value of 40, it will become 0.25. And for value of 50, it will become, here we will have 50, 1 over 5, and 1 over 5 is 0.2. For 60, 10 over 60. So it is becoming little bit complex. We have calculator. 10 divided by 60, it will be 0.16. 0.167, we can say. And again, if it becomes 70, R becomes 70, then what will happen? 10 divided by 70, it will be 0.142, right? And if it becomes 80, 1 divided by 8, it will be 0.125. Next, last one is second last, for 90, it will 0.111, and for 100, it will be 0.10. So we have values here, and now we can make a graph. Let us have a look that is this graph linear or not linear. So we can make simple distribution 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to make it larger. 9, 10. So maximum value will be 1. For minimum value of the resistance. So we can mark here as well 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. For different values of resistances, we have different values of current. What was the value of current for 10 ohm? Yes, it was 1. So we can have mark 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and 1.0. So for 10 it was, if we draw a line here we get the value 1, and for 20 it was dropped to 0.5, massive drop. You can see the change. And for 30 it was 0.3, and 40, for 40 it was 0.25. Can we say it is a exponential decrease? Somewhat. For 50 it was zero point 0.2. Yes, it was 0.2. For 60 it was 0.167, little bit smaller than, and like this 0.142, 0.125. It should be 0.142 and point. There's a smaller change. We can have this line so that difference can be made. So, and this line as well, because it is in between these 2 points. So 50 it was, for 50 it was 0.2, and here it is 0.167, here it is 0.142, here it is point, and it is 0.1. So we can draw figure like this. We can combine all the points. So we saw that when the resistance is decreasing, current is increasing, and whenever the resistance is increasing, the current is decreasing. Resistance decrease, current increase, resistance increase, and current decrease. The next topic is how we can calculate current using Ohm's law. You have already seen we can calculate current using Ohm's law, that is I is equal to V over R. So this topic include different sort of examples. If you are given with, no, we have to remove this one. If you are given with 22 ohm resistance, what will be the value of current? I is equal to V over R. Then V is 100, R is 22. If it is so, then what will be the current? Simply 4.55 ampere. It's quite simple. If you have value of uh, resistance and volt, you can calculate the value of current. So, can you tell me, for the same question I solved here, what will be the value of current if R is changed to 33? Simply V over R, again, no worries, sir. It is 100 over 33. So we will have a simple mathematical formula: 100 divided by 33. We will have 3.03. What is the unit? What is the unit of ampere current? It's ampere. Fine. So now it's a question for you guys. For 50 volt and resistance is 47 ohm, what will be the value of current? No worries, sir. We can use formula of 50 over 47. It will give us 1.06 ampere. And if voltage is 5 volt, if voltage is 5 volt and R is equal to 1000 ohm, will there be a current? Yes, there will be a current. Smaller quantity, but there will be a current. Again, formula is same, 5 over 1000. It will be 0.5 for 10, and we can have 0.005 ampere, or other words, 1 2 3. If we want to move our fraction point from left to right, it will become 5 milliampere. So hopefully you are getting my idea. It is very important, very much important to use metric prefixes and units with our quantities. In electronics, resistance values of thousands of ohm or even millions of ohm are common. The metric prefix kilo and mega are used to indicate large values. Thus, thousands of ohm are expressed in kilo ohms and millions of ohm are expressed in mega ohm. And similarly, when volts will be divided by kilo ohm, result will always be in milliampere. And when volt will be divided by the mega ohm, result will always be in microamperes. So, as you have seen, when we divided volt by 1000, current was in milliampere. I hope you got my idea. So far as we have studied how to what is Ohm's law, what is relationship between volt, current, and uh, resistance, and what is how we can calculate volt when resistance and current is given, how we can calculate current when volt and resistance is given, how we can calculate uh, resistance when volt and current is given. So uh, we have seen in detail one of them, and rest two of them will be seen in next lecture. Meet you inshallah in interactive section. Till then, Allah Hafiz.